Welcome to U.S. Law Shield News. I'm Sam Malone in Houston. A white paper from ATF hit the web and it caused quite a stir, having to do with silencers, among other things. Who best to go to program attorney from U.S. Law Shield, Michele Byington, joined me on the program via Skype. Michele, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you, Sam.
All right, let's get to this white paper, which has really created quite a stir online and in social media. You're the go-to person. Walk us through this.
All right. Well, this white paper really did blow up over the past week, and it's really interesting seeing the excitement all over the internet regarding this white paper. And unfortunately, at this point, it's just a proposal for some rules that could actually deregulate some gun laws that we've got, perhaps erase some gun laws that we have, and sort of work towards a more gun-friendly federal law zone, if you will. So I think what has happened is the ATF has taken this opportunity with this new sort of political regime and this political climate that is much friendlier to guns, say, than the past 8 years that we've been living under. And the chief executive there at the ATF has decided to propose some perhaps revisions to rules that are out there. So that's what the white paper is. All it is a packet. It's like an 11-page document, I believe, with some proposals on what he would do to make gun laws friendlier here in the United States.
Well, and let's walk our way through it. Firearm or stabilizing brace. Why would I want a firearm arm or stabilizing brace for a gun?
Number one, it's cool. So what it is...
Well, in that case, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
I know. Open, close case. It's cool. I should have it. And this is America. I landed the free. I should be able to get it.
Hello.
What this is it's many of you may be familiar with what's called the Sig Arm Brace. And what it was this arm brace that is placed on the forearm and is attached to a handgun, which then allows people with certain disabilities to shoot handguns. However, if it's not used properly on the forearm, many people were just putting the brace up against their shoulders, having it attached to the handgun, and effectively just manufacturing what is considered a short-barreled rifle under federal law. So the Sig Arm Brace in and of itself, not illegal to possess, totally fine to possess as long as it's used properly in the forearm manner. However, if it's put up against the shoulder and you are not using it for its intended purpose and you're basically manufacturing a short barrel rifle, then the ATF said that you could get into federal trouble, which carries, like a $250,000 fine if you get caught with it. Yeah, I know. What makes it illegal, the short barrel rifle, is that you have to have basically the federal government's blessing to own a short barrel rifle, and that's regulated under the National Firearms Act. So what this white paper has proposed is that let's come out with a clear rule on this Sig Arm Brace, and that it in fact is not, and it should not be regulated under the National Firearms Act, requiring that sort of, blessing from the federal government to possess.
Michele Byington joining us, program attorney on U.S. Law Shield News. Another part of that white paper from ATF involved silencers. Walk us through it, break it down, interpret what they're talking about for us.
So this is my favorite part of the white paper, is that it discusses deregulating silencers, which is amazing because basically all a silencer is a muffler for your gun. So you don't have to wear, those bulky earphones that end up giving you a headache at the end of the day, because I always have mine on too tight. I don't know about you.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
You don't wear your ear protection, that's fine. Right. Which is why you probably need a silencer as well. So what a silencer is basically a muffler for your gun, and you put that tube, you screw it onto the barrel. You probably have seen it in your gangster movies, and it just lowers the rapport of that discharge. That is also regulated by the National Firearms Act, like we just discussed. And if you do not get the federal, blessing to possess that, then again, you could be popped with that $250,000 fine and perhaps spend some time in a federal prison. So what this proposal has said is, hey, we ought to look at deregulating silencers because they're not firearms. It's just a tube that quiets the firearm itself. And we've also heard from the Trump kiddos on this. They are, big hunters, and like silencers, and being able to possess a silencer and hunt with a silencer is legal in many, many states. And so perhaps we need to rethink this regulation that makes us get federal approval to own and play with one of these things.
Interesting. Michele Byington, who's a program attorney. So once again, these things end up on social media, and it's great that you break it down and edumacate us on the nuances of two angles from this white paper from the ATF. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is, don't worry about it. Where should I be? This is something, don't worry about it. This is good stuff. Or 10, should I be ultra paranoid?
This is great stuff. I mean, for, the gun owner and the proud gun owners that many of us are, this is definitely a step in the right direction because many of the regulations pertaining to guns are onerous and they simply don't make any sense. Like, why would you regulate a suppressor? I mean, what are you going to do? Hit somebody with it? It's not anything. So I think this is a 10. You should be very, very excited about these proposals, and hopefully they make some headway. And I think with this political climate that we're in, we may see the deregulation of some really interesting things coming up soon.
Outstanding. Michele Byington, program attorney with U.S. Law Shield. Thanks for taking the time to clear things up for dummies like me.
Hey, anything for you, Sam.
You're not supposed to agree. But anyway, have an outstanding day. I am Sam Malone. You have been watching U.S. Law Shield News.